Good afternoon. Thank you for joining today's webinar session on how to manage customer complaints and customer feedback on Quality Assurance AnyWare software. Before we get into the details of today's webinar session, I'd like to remind you that we have a YouTube channel, AnyWare Apps YouTube channel that you can find on YouTube. And when you visit this channel, you'll see our playlist available in the channel. When you click it, you'll have a chance to see recordings of our previous webinar sessions so that you can watch and you can share with your colleagues and your team members. We are trying so hard to make it an informative resource for you to visit and learn whenever you like. So we welcome you. We encourage you to visit our YouTube channel whenever we have a chance. Today we have a panel of our Quality Assurance AnyWare team. My name is Kevin Devecioğlu. I am with Quality Assurance AnyWare team. Also today with me, I have my colleagues Hamvat and Furkan Bas. So together we'll be presenting you how one can manage customer feedback and customer complaints digitally with Quality Assurance AnyWare. Let's talk about digital transformational quality management a little bit. First of all, digital transformation is for companies to set up structures and cultures to adopt technological developments to take advantage of opportunities coming from new technologies. So when we look at the definition coming from Harvard Business Review, it is actually about a strategy that you put in place in your company to take advantage and benefit from the technological development for your company. In this point of view, we like to actually focus on digital transformational quality management operations at any company. As we all know, there are many quality management systems available in the world. Depends on your industry. You may be in aerospace industry, perhaps automotive, maybe construction. There may be different quality management systems or compliance requirements that you need to comply with, you need to follow on daily basis at your organization. We made a list of typical quality management and compliance systems that we have been seeing in different verticals on the screen right now. And there are, of course, many more than this. So when we look at this, as we know it and as we learn from our customers, it is not easy to comply with different quality management systems. There are challenges. First of all, any quality management system that you may be compliant with requires a lot of paperwork. That's a fact, because you need to keep records. It needs to be traceable. It needs to have audit trail so that you can make evidence-based decisions based on the data and records that you put together. Also, as we learn from our customers on a daily basis, it is actually challenging to take corrective actions for continuous improvement. It is because if there is no central repository to put all the data that you are collecting in your quality management system, it is very difficult for you to analyze what happened, what went wrong, and what can be done better so that we can take corrective actions towards continuous improvement. This is very challenging as we learn from our customers. And on this list, there are different quality management systems in place. And all of these systems are designed to help companies and encourage companies to take corrective actions for continuous improvement and for increasing customer satisfaction. So continuous improvement, safety in the workplace, also customer satisfaction are major goals of any quality management system, as we know it. So since there are challenges to comply with these standards, as to manage documentation, as to manage corrective actions, customer complaints, also having a central repository to make decisions based on evidence, we put together this framework called proactive quality management framework. So the idea is to be actually proactive in your quality management system. And we believe if a company applies these three pillars of the quality management system, can be very, very productive, can be compliant with any quality or compliance management system. And also, you can have a culture in place in your company, also in your QMS quality management system towards continuous improvement, safety, as well as customer satisfaction. What do we have? We have assurance, we have control, and we have predict. When we look at assurance, assurance means actually it is referring to your quality management system. That may be ISO 9001 as universal as or as typical as we have been seeing in the marketplace. If you're in the aerospace industry, your quality assurance system may be AS 9100 perhaps. If you're in food and beverage industry, maybe you are complying with SQF, BRC, or ISO 22000 perhaps. So that's your quality management system, that's your assurance system in place. When we look at the control, typically assurance dictates the control. So you may want to have control points in your organization. You may want to have quality control operations and quality control points in your administrative operations, perhaps in your manufacturing operations, maybe during your production operations, maybe purchasing operations, and after production perhaps. So you may want to have various points of quality control in place to make sure policies, procedures, and SOPs are being followed by team members as well as members and stakeholders. And if there is any deviation, then it needs to be recorded and that needs to be investigated, and you may want to take corrective actions accordingly. And the last piece, the third pillar, is predict. That is referring to IoT devices, smart sensors, remote monitoring, basically, of your equipment, machinery, and of your workplace. So in this digital age right now, from where you are, you can easily remotely monitor your work environment as to temperature, humidity. If you have machinery, for example, you can easily monitor temperature, vibration, and other signs of the health of the machinery or equipment, for example, or environment. So if there is anything out of range, if there is an irregularity, then you can take action accordingly by getting notification from the system. So this is our proactive quality management framework in this digital age, and we have our products designed to help you and other companies perform quality management operations in a proactive manner in this digital age. So Quality Assurance AnyWare is our quality, risk, audit, and compliance management software. Is designed to help you comply with any quality management system in the world. You can comply in a digital environment and paperless with no need of paper. For you to perform your quality control operations, we have Workflow Anywhere, for example. With the help of Workflow Anywhere, you can put various quality control points in your organization, and you can perform quality control operations paperless in your smart device or in your tablet, for example. And if there is any result coming out of your quality control operation, out of range, out of spec, then Quality Assurance Anywhere can take over from there to help you take corrective actions and better things. And finally, Asset Management Anywhere is designed to help you manage your predictive quality management operations. So that is basically helping you to remotely monitor your machinery and equipment based on your sensors data collected. And also you can take predictive maintenance steps, preventive maintenance steps in detail. These are critical pieces that we put together for you to perform in real life of proactive quality management framework in this digital age. And all of our systems, Quality Assurance Anywhere, Asset Management Anywhere, as well as Workflow Anywhere, they have very modern technologies. That's how we design them. They run standalone, independently, and depends on your technologies that you have, depends on the systems, depends on systems that you have in your place. All of our systems are ready to integrate with IoT devices, smart sensors, manufacturing execution systems to pull and push data, CRM systems, and ERP systems. So while our systems are ready to run standalone independently, they are also ready to communicate, integrate with other systems, ERP systems, CRM systems, and such, so that you can have an integrated and proactive quality management system in this digital age towards digital transformational quality management. So let's talk about Quality Assurance Anywhere a little bit. Quality Assurance Anywhere has more than 1,000 corporate customers in the world and more than 1 million professional users in place. And these numbers are increasing on a monthly basis. So it's a very solid system. It's very reliable. It's a trusted system since 1998. Since the first time it was introduced to the marketplace in 1998. It's been in the market, so we've been developing it. It's our proprietary software solution. We've been developing it, and then we've been improving it, and we keep basically investing in our software solution, Quotations AnyWare, to make sure quality management teams can enjoy the benefits of the system as to comply with any quality management system digitally on paper. And if you are using Quotations AnyWare as a quality management team, as long as you use it on a daily basis, you are ready for audit anytime. You don't need to do any special preparation, which may be really chaotic if you are not using Quotations AnyWare as you know it. So that is an important benefit. Maybe the most important benefit, basically. Not only you can enjoy the benefits of the system as to continuous improvement, as well as safety in work environment and customer satisfaction. On top of it, you'll be also ready to meet with any auditor coming from any quality management system administrator or registrar, as you know. Quotations AnyWare is ready to help you comply with many different systems. So they of the systems they basically can be managed on the system. You can have one quality management system, you can have more, and all of them can be managed accordingly. Also, it is web-based, so you can access it from anywhere. That is another advantage. It's very easy to use, so once we train you properly, you can take care of Quotations AnyWare yourself. You don't need much IT support or any consultant support, basically. Of course, our 24/7 support continues. However, once you get the proper training, you'll manage the system pretty easily. That is an important advantage. Moving on. System works on cloud as well as on-premise servers. And it's, as I mentioned, it's actually web-based, so you can access it from anywhere via web browsers. And it has a modular structure. System has more than 30 modules available, from console document management for policies, procedures, SOPs, and SSOPs to calibration, training, risk management is a set of modules that we have. For some quality management systems such as ISO, risk management became mandatory. It used to be optional, but now it's mandatory. And you can manage different types of risks on these modules for your processes, for your environment as a company, health and safety risk, and so on. We have corrective action module, which is also very critical, just like other modules that we have on the screen, that basically helps you take corrective actions for continuous improvement. That is basically the goal. And today we'll be talking more about customer complaint and feedback management. So we also have an internal and external customer complaint modules. So these modules are ready to help you capture customer complaints, record them, analyze them, and if there is any need, you can take corrective action, or maybe you can just take an action as to make sure customer complaint is addressed, and that complaint subject matter is not going to come up again in near future, or never. That's basically the goal. That's the way that we design it. And there are many other modules as you see on the screen. So these modules are really up to you. You can choose any module you like. You can go for one module, you can go for 5 modules, 3 modules, or you can start a couple of them and you can increase it later on. That is perfectly up to you. For us, the most important thing is to make sure our system, Quotations AnyWare, is helping you digitizing your quality management system, and you go paperless, and you're ready for audit by any quality management administration every day. The advantage of being ready for audit every day is priceless, as we know it, and as we have been learning from quality management teams. Okay, great. So what I like to do is I like to invite our pre-sales software engineer, Sam. Sam will be showing us Quotations AnyWare system on a high level initially, And then he'll show us how one can manage customer complaint on quotations anywhere digitally, paperless, which is the great advantage nowadays in this digital age. Sam, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Great. Why don't you take over the screen and show us how you can manage customer complaint digitally on quotations anywhere.
Okay. And can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, nice. So let's get started. Thank you for joining this webinar, and this is Sam. Today, I want to show you the Quality Assurance Anywhere and how you can manage your customer complaint or feedback on a digital environment. So this is the home screen of the system. So you can find all the pending tasks and also the requests for approval right after you log in. So it's make sure you will not miss any important tasks after you log in. And you can get a connection and start, proceed with this request right on your home screen. And now I am logging in as the administrator so that I have the full control of the system. The reason why I'm saying this because Quality Assurance Anywhere is a permission-based system, which means not everyone can see everything in this product, in this software, I would say. So you are supposed to see what you are supposed to do based on your role, your position, profession, department, or group. As now, I'm logging in as the admin so that I can see the menus of all the available modules here. And Quality Assurance Anywhere is a modular system so that you can pick and choose the module that you want to have on your on-premise server or your cloud server. As I mentioned in the beginning, today we will focus on the external customer complaint module. And also some of our customers use this module as the customer feedback module, so that we can record the feedback from our customer, not only negative feedback, but also the positive feedback as well, like compliments, so that you can save in our system and keep following up with all the record that you have saved in Quality Assurance Anywhere. So now, considering like we receive a customer feedback or complaint, and we want to record it in our system. So these are all the records that we have recorded or saved in this software. And they're in different status, like reviewed, opened, final, or planned. The status is based on the progress that you're handling this particular record. So how we can add a new one? So in this module, you're more than welcome to add a new record. And first of all, you have to pick and choose the customer name, but not limited to. You can also use this module to record the feedback from your vendor, supplier, or subcontractor, so that you will see the information that you have recorded in QDMS regarding the in terms of the vendor name, subcontractor name, and also the supplier name. And right here, we can select the customer name and enter the description of your complaint. For example, like out of spec product. And then you can enter the detail of your complaint. For example, like product doesn't meet the customer's requirements. for example. And after that, we can pick and choose the location, considering like we have multiple locations of our company, like one in New York and other one is in California and one in so that we can pick and choose the location right here for this particular record, and also pick and choose the complaint category. For example, this is the product unsuitability, and then we can save this. And after entering the detail and also the complaint, then we can assign this complaint record to a solution team. So we can pick and choose the leader of the solution team. And what I'm going to do is pick and choose myself as the leader of this solution team. If there's any team member that you want to invite, you can always update the team member list so that we can pick and choose the team member. And this will be the solution team for this particular complaint record. Also, you're more than welcome to attach any reference document, for example, like the picture of the product in this case, and upload it and connect it with this complaint record. After that, we can send this to the solution team, and the solution team has to file the first progress report, final with also the action that we need for this complaint record. And keep in mind, we can always update the flow in order to make sure this module is the best fit for your company to handle the complaint, so that we can add more steps in between. Like after filing the first progress report, then we will have another step, for example, an analyze step in between, or you don't want to have the first progress report, so that we can get rid of this in this module. QDMS is always flexible to update all the work steps that you want to have for handling the customer complaint. But now we want to send this, and this customer complaint record will be sent to the solution team that we have in the system. So that we want to get rid of those and then save this. And now we can find all the customer complaint as I am the team leader, so that I can see the external customer complaint. It is waiting for review right here, so that I can open this one and start filing my first progress report. So I can file my first progress report. For example, what we have found after certain operations or analyze. And right here, I want to say is you can create a new corrective action or pick and choose an existing corrective action if needed, and you will be lead to each, and it's allowed you to create the corrective action as long as CAPA regarding this particular complaint record. And after saving the first progress report, so that we can file our final report. And at this step, you can also pick and choose if we need a new corrective action or select an existing corrective action here. For example, it is the final report, then we can save it, and this will be sent for approval. And at the last step, which I can also find my approval, the request for approval right on my home screen, so that you will see right here, external customer complaint is going to be closed. And then we can see right here is we can always open a follow-up action. For example, we want to make sure this problem or issue will not happen again in coming 3 months. Then we can open a new follow-up action and pick and choose the responsible person for this follow-up action. So right here, we can pick and choose the responsible person and then set up the due date for this follow-up action. In this case, we want to make sure for the next 3 months, we don't want to see this problem happen again. And then we can enter the description, like make sure this problem will not happen again for the next 3 months, and then save it, so that this responsible person will receive a notification about this follow-up action. So how, again, this user can find the follow-up action notification? It is right on the system homepage. And also, the responsible person will receive a notification on his or her email inbox. So now, considering we make sure it's not happen again in this 3 months, so we can update our follow-up report, like the problem didn't happen again for 3 months, and put it in parentheses, like since June 23rd, for example. Then we can save this, and this follow-up report will be sent to the approver or the supervisor of your quality department, so that we can now come back to the home screen, and then we can close this external customer complaint record accordingly. So we can come back to our record and then show the report of what we have done and enter in this external customer complaint module. So this is a nice report which helped you to be ready for the inspection of complying with the standard. For example, like ISO 9001. Considering like the inspector come to your place and ask you to show the inspector how to manage your external or your customer complaint, so that you can pull up this report and show it to the inspector. So we can enter the complaint description and also the date we opened this record, and after that we can find out the solution team and also the first progress report. If there is any follow-up action is involved, also those will be shown in this report. So it's helped you to be ready for the inspection of the standard that you are complying with. And at this point, we have our follow-up action, then we can close this external customer complaint record. In order to close it, you have to enter the confirmation note. And if there's any additional information that you want to share, you can always type in this open text box and save it. And this external customer complaint will be recorded as closed in this module. And in the AnyWare module, in Quality Assurance AnyWare, you can use the ready-made, or you can use the reporting tool to generate the ready-made report. For example, like customer complaint report, and also the external customer complaint summary report. So you can come to here and put some condition to your report and export this report as an Excel file or PDF file. In addition, you can also use the graphical reporting tool here to create a graphical report. For example, we want to see which department handled the most customer complaint, or we want to see which customer we filed the most records for in our system. So let's say we want to see the customer name and then set up our time frame. So let's say January 2nd, 2018, so that you can see which customer that we filed the most customer complaint for. Like to Go Diver, we filed 8 records for this customer in this module. And the real-time data and your data will be shown in a bar chart and also in a table, so that you can also export this report into Excel, PDF, or image for sharing with any responsible parties. It's come to the end of my demonstration. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sam. Much appreciated. So as you see, there are back and forth in customer complaint management, or that may be a customer feedback, and doesn't have to be a negative one, for example. Typically, we get customer complaints in a negative way, so these are opportunities for actually corrective action. So that's how you basically manage it digitally. No need of paper. Before we end our webinar session, I'd like to remind you our YouTube channel so that you can visit and see our webinars recorded coming from previous weeks. That's available on our YouTube channel. Also, we have a pretty good lineup for coming webinars, and we encourage you to visit our Eventbrite page and register for our coming webinar sessions. We keep our contact information on the screen, so if you'd like to have any one-to-one meeting, if you have any questions, please feel free to send us an email or give us a call. We'll be happy to schedule time with you for a one-to-one meeting session. Thank you so much for your time, and we are looking forward to having you in our coming webinar sessions. Thank you, and have a nice day.